Welcome back to the shop. Still working on the boat. Got a new product I've been using. It was recommended to me by another boat builder. Not directly to me, but he recommended it on a boat forum that I was reading about building boats. And it's Gorilla Glue. Quite expensive, about $15 for this, but worth it. This stuff, you can put it in a crack, it foams up, fills the crack, and just rock hard, like rock hard. I cannot move the back of this boat, and before I could move that crack a little bit, you know, it's just rock solid. I'm gonna grind it all flush and it should be good. I've used it over here also. I'll show you again. I used it on this brace. There was a bit of a gap, it was messy, it was a bad scenario, but I filled it with Gorilla Glue and never looked back. I mean, it's just nice glue, solid. Other than the price, it's well worth it. Just thought I'd give you guys a show. Used it here too, as you can see. Like it's great if your craftsmanship isn't quite perfect and your gaps are, you know, you got a tiny bit of a gap and you can't get it lined up. Glue fills it in, it's rock hard. I don't think I'll ever have a problem with that joint. Yeah. And the boat, I mean, there's not much to say here. I'm still at the same stage today. I hope to put the plywood in on the bottom and the side, and then the next step, I think I'm gonna have to cut the back of the boat out a little bit right here so my motor can reach the water, because I want to use a long shaft outboard. I mean, to do this without modifying the back of the boat, I need an extra long shaft, and they're really hard to come by. I haven't been able to find any used, and I looked around and I couldn't even really find a good size one that was new. It seems like they're only kicker motors for sailboats when they're extra long, so I'm gonna end up having to trim the back of the boat out a bit, unfortunately. 5 inches I'm gonna have to take out of here to make it a 20-foot or 20-inch leg on my motor instead of a 25, because I'm not going to be able to find a 25. So I have made a little bit more progress. I got fiberglass back in here where there was some issues, and I replaced most of the wood, but there was still some gaps and misalignments, so I filled it with fiberglass. Gonna grind that smooth. I started to cut out the new side plywood, about done. Got a couple more cuts and then I'll be able to attach it. I made a template for the piece of plywood that goes in the bottom. Just made a cardboard template so I can make the piece the right size and fit it in there. Coming along pretty good. Should have the side and the bottom all done, hopefully within a day or two. Thanks for checking in and stay tuned for more.